The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Welcome inside the Robert H. Westerfield Gymnasium here at Passaic High School in Passaic, New Jersey. Aaron Hook, Isaiah Ahumada, and Luca Yannuzzi here, about 14 minutes away from tip-off in the regular season finale between Wayne Hills and Passaic. The Indians coming in at 16-7, 9-5 in the Mid-North, and your Patriots are 10-13, 7-9 in the Mid-North, coming off a big win Saturday afternoon. They knocked off Morristown Beard 67-53, and we've got some key players here in the pregame. All three of them played pretty well in that Morristown Beard game. Luca, I'll go to you first. Who's your key guy for Wayne Hills?
Well, my key guy, Carter Lewis, with 14 points in that Morristown Beard game. It was great from the free throw line, went 5 for 6, had 3 two-pointers, and sunk a great deep three towards the end of the game. Had a really great game on the offensive side, but the defensive side as well. You look at the stats and you see that offensive performance that looks really great, but those stats don't show that defensive performance that he had with 2 steals. It's a really incredible game and really looking to be a key in tonight's game against Passaic.
All right, Isaiah, I'll go to you next. Who's your key guy for the Patriots here in the regular season closer?
My key guy is going to be Andre Macarenas, 13 points against Morristown Beard. Pretty good performance. Had 3 threes, 2 behind Brett Wood, who had 5, who had also an amazing performance. So I think he can get it going from the outside, and we know he can take it in as well with some nice moves. He likes to do a spin move. You know, he has some amazing footwork and can get it inside. And I think he's going to have to step up if they want a chance of winning.
Yeah, absolutely. The sophomore going to have to play big here. He's played well all season, and in the final game of the regular season, he's going to have to turn it on once again. And you mentioned Brett Wood hit 5 threes in that Morristown Beard game. He's my key guy for today's matchup. Wood, I mean, I talked about him last game in the pregame, Isaiah. I mean, you were there. I said when he's on, this team is just different. There's just a different vibe about them when he can get going for three-point range. They all seem to kind of follow, all seem to kind of, go off him. So Wood, 17 points, 5 three-pointers against Morristown Beard and a 14-point win. And if he can get going again here, if he can get hot early against a good Passaic team, one that Wayne Hills is going to look to upset, it may be one that Wayne Hills can come away with and, have a 2-game winning streak going into states and to end the regular season. So that's it for the pregame. Just under 12 minutes away from tip-off between Passaic and Wayne Hills. We'll take a break, and we will be back for the tip-off.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hills student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And welcome back here at Passaic High School, moments away from tip-off. Quickly before tip-off, guys, let's take a look at our starting lineups for the home team. The Indians of Passaic, Dontrell Moore, the junior guard number 1, Kendall Malloy, the senior center number 2, Christian Ortiz, Hector Mateo, and Tyree Smith, another senior, round out the starting 5. And for Wayne Hills, Andre Macarenas, Phil Park, Brett Wood, Jonathan Terso, and Carter Lewis for Wayne Hills. And not in the pregame and just arriving here about 10 minutes before tip-off, Jack Woodard, welcome.
Glad production for me to get here, guys. I didn't know the game was at 4:30.
Glad Jack can make the season finale. He's been with us the entire way. And again, on Monday, March 2nd, Wayne Hills will go in to visit Ramapo. But this is the regular season finale, Jack. We've gone a long way, 2 months, and ends here in Passaic.
I talked to Carter Lewis earlier today. He said this team is just ready to play Ramapo right now. They want him as soon as possible. But he also said this game is going to be a good tune-up game for them. And they do need this one. This is going to get them ready for states. And the coach is going over something at the scores table before the tip-off. Not entirely sure what they're saying. So a little delay here before we get this one started.
Not sure what's going on here, boys, but it's the last game of the season, so we're just going to not pay attention to it.
And although it doesn't matter for much, the state tournament already locked. It helps your record, and certainly, guys, this is an important game because Wayne Hills wants to go into states on the right foot. You can't take a loss here and just be a demoralized team going into states. You want to have confidence. You want to be on a winning streak, 2-game winning streak.
So again, some more confusion at the scores table here before tip-off, but just again, Wayne Hills 10-13 coming off that win Saturday afternoon at Morristown Beard. We talked about it a little in the pregame, but they got hot from the start, shooting the 3 ball. Me and Isaiah were there, and Isaiah, they really just never went away from downtown. Morristown Beard hung in there. You had to give them credit. They were 7-15 coming into that one, but the Patriots' hot shooting kind of kept them in front all game long and didn't give the Crimson a chance to get back into that one. So if Wayne Hills again can get hot shooting early on here against Passaic, it'll be one that they're going to look to do the same thing in.
And for that game, everyone's shooting well.
Kendall Malloy wins the tip for the Indians. He's got it right now at the free throw line. Kick to Antrell Moore, who hits a three, or Antrell Monroe, the junior guard, knocking down a triple from the right corner, and quickly it's 3-0 Passaic.
Can't give a good team like Passaic wide open shots like that, especially to start the game.
Here's Tinturso on the other end, finishing off the feed from Park, and Wayne Hills answers. A good sign there. Park, the playmaking we've seen all season, there again. He finds Tinturso underneath, and it's 3-2 Indians with 7:18 to go here in the first.
Well, Tinturso had a great game the last time. A big step up from that PV game. He's finally got the right mindset heading into these games now.
Here's Mateo against Macarenas. He's pushed out to the right corner, checked there out of the zone by Lewis. Now up top, Monroe, again to the middle. Here's a three. That's no good. That was Malloy trying to triple the big man. And here comes Park the other way. Wayne Hills looking to get on a winning streak going into states, like you said.
Wide open.
They find him, and he finishes off glass again. Tinturso off to a hot start, and Wayne Hills has their first lead of the afternoon, 4-3 Patriots, with 6:40 to go here in the first.
I think this is a great matchup for Wayne Hills. Passaic, a team who has a similar record to Ramapo. They've had similar success all season, so kind of similar teams, and it'll give them a good bit of taste of what it's like before states.
Monroe grabbing the offensive rebound, and it'll stay with Passaic. Monroe Stein up there. We saw him dunking in warm-up, so kind of jumping around Carter Lewis, just using his athleticism to corral the offensive rebound for the Indians. Now Mateo on the far side at the Passaic logo. Now Malloy again, cross-court, Monroe, to the corner. Here's Tyree Smith on a three. That's too strong. Fight for the rebound, and Macarenas had it. Oh, and they'll say last touch on Passaic, and it is going to Wayne Hills. So Patriots up 4-3 with 6:06 to go. They've got it coming the other way off the inbound.
Not sure if we mentioned it, guys, but also worth noting, Cameron Sylvester not in this game for Passaic, a very good player for them.
Out of bounds, Wayne Hills ball. And you mentioned Sylvester not suiting up for this one. Their leading scorer, actually, 15.4 points a game. So, the senior, again, a big absence for them. Like you mentioned, Jack, he's on the bench. Not sure if he's hurt or if he's just resting up for the state playoffs. But, again, Passaic in the Northland Group 4 state tournament. No Sylvester here to end the regular season for the Indians. Up ahead, Monroe with the right hand. He couldn't finish. It rolled around the rim, no good, but a foul on Lewis. Monroe to the line for two.
Also not playing for the Indians, Noel Pimentel and Angel Feliz, two guys who would provide good minutes off the bench, but they're not in the lineup for this one. Like you said, not sure if it's injuries or keeping them healthy for states or a little bit of both.
First one by Monroe is good. Antrell Monroe, the second leading scorer, the third leading scorer for the Indians, 13.5 points a game.
And we're getting word that Sylvester isn't hurt. They're just keeping him out of this one to get him ready for states.
Second one by Monroe rolls in, takes a bounce out the front of the rim. So it's 5-4 Passaic with 5:42 to go here in the opening quarter. Pass is nearly deflected by Mateo. Wood almost couldn't get out of the way, but now here's Park up the near side.
Passaic is with a huge press. Have all guys on the Wayne Hills side of the court.
Macarenas, so nice move to get around Mateo. Finds Lewis. Flip to the corner, Wood. Driving against Smith. Tough shot by Wood. Oh, it rimmed out. And it's rebounded by Malloy. Here comes the big fella up the far side, taking it himself. Now Monroe, a three. That's strong, and Lewis has the rebound for Wayne Hills. Now Macarenas tries to avoid the offensive foul. Does a good job. Here's Park on the far wing, and you hear the Passaic crowd making noise. Tough environment to play in for Wayne Hills, but they've come out strong on the offensive end. Now a cutting Lewis goes to the bucket, and he's fouled by Malloy. Carter Lewis going to the line for two shots.
Guys, we saw that play a lot earlier in the season. They kind of abandoned it for a little bit, but in the recent games, we've seen it happening more and more. I think that's going to be a play they're going to have to utilize in states. The pop play to Lewis inside where he gets the screen up top and just cuts to the basket. And a guy that big with that big of a wingspan, hard to stop.
Well, since not just him, but John Conturso has cut to the rim a couple of times in this game, so it'd be great if I had two of these guys do the same thing.
Lewis We saw it in that Morristown Beard game, and the whole season, Lewis has been one of their better free throw shooters for the Patriots, that is. He knocks down a pair there and gives Wayne Hills another lead, 6-5, and now Wayne Hills forces a turnover on the other end. So 4:38, Wayne Hills up by 1, 6-5 Patriots here on the road.
Just got to say, that Wayne Hills is playing with a fast tempo, and they're playing very well.
Nice find, Wood, Tinturso, but that one was stripped away. That was Ortiz getting a hand on it for the Indians. Cross court Monroe. Going hard to the cup and a foul. And Monroe is fouled. We'll see if they did it in the act of shooting, and it looks like they will. So Antrell Monroe back to the line for another pair.
I got to say, so far, I like the passing for both teams. Ball control has been pretty good.
Yeah, Wood, nice job to find Tinturso down low, but a better play by Ortiz defensively to knock it away as Moore hits another free throw, tying it up at 6 with 4:20 to play. Foul was on Andre Macarenas, his first. So here is Moore trying to complete another trip to the line and go 2 of 2, but he can't. It's no good off the rim. Tinturso the rebound, and here comes Macarenas the other way for Wayne Hills. Macarenas checked by Mateo, kick to the corner, Park, tough 3, and he knocked it down. Wayne Hills offensively, guys, what a start.
And it's been great to see Park getting into his own the last couple games, as he struggled mightily earlier in the season. But there's a guy that Wayne Hills is going to need, and States are going to need him to perform the way he has been.
Monroe thought about a deep 3. Now Ortiz in the middle. Cross court to Smith. The big fella going to the cup, too strong. Malloy tried to throw it back in, no good. Smith tapped it to Malloy. Oh, he looked like he was going to throw it down. He couldn't. It was knocked off the rim a couple times, and now Phillip Park is coming the other way with it for Wayne Hills.
The way he pulled that one back, that one would have made a bunch of highlight reels.
Tinturso against Ortiz, and he's fouled. Wayne Hills clicking early offensively, guys. This is great to see.
And with the fast pace that they're going, we know the Patriots go with a slow pace in most of their games, but they're keeping it competitive with this Passaic team, and it's actually pretty incredible the speed they're going at.
There is a guy to foul. It is Tinturso. He has improved from his free throw shooting from last year, but just not the best shooter at the line.
Well, he misses the first one there off back iron. Tinturso had another good game last time out. He had 10 points, all coming in the first half. And he's already scored here. So now Tinturso on his second, no good. And Malloy with the rebound.
I think he's got to put more of an arc on that shot. Too much of a line drive.
Monroe the other way, no good. Stein for the rebound. That's Ortiz. Macarenas tried to rip it away, and that'll be his second. So Macarenas already in a bit of foul trouble.
Passaic, a team with a lot of length, big wingspans, and I'm very impressed with the athleticism of this team. They're all going up there and getting rebounds. You got players like Tyreek Smith. He's a big guy, but he's mostly on the wing. So when he drives, it's hard to stop. He's a bigger guy, and he's not a center.
Second foul on Macarenas, and he's checking right out of the game. James Adamo in for Wayne Hills. Malloy kick out Smith. Smith gets it right back. Opposite Wayne Monroe. Nice find. Oh, and there's Malloy dead enough to slam it down for Passaic. And they break a little bit of a scoring drought. It's 9-8 Wayne Hills now with 3 minutes to go in the first.
Well, I think that's the first dunk we've seen all year, guys. There's been plenty of opportunities, just hasn't happened, and that one breaks the ice.
Malloy dead up for the jam. Now Park near the midcourt line. There he lost it. He'll try another 3 and hit. That's a big shot for Phillip Park. He's getting going early. His second 3 already. It's 12-8 Wayne Hills.
A switch just flicked in Phillip Park's head the last couple games. He's been on fire from 3.
Fight for the rebound. Adamo has it. Wayne Hills is playing very well here to start on the road. He'll try another. No good. Lewis with the rebound and a clean strip by Ortiz. Up ahead, Malloy working through the double team. He lost it, but they say last touch on Park and Passaic ball on the baseline.
That's the second time a Wayne Hills player has gone up like that. The first time was Tinturso, and Ortiz has just stripped it away. Very quick hands on defense.
Tinturso out. Mansrodu in for Wayne Hills. And now Chester Macarenas comes to the storage table. He will get Brett Wood. So with 2:23, 12-8 Passaic. And here comes Bader Lamhakdi into the game, the senior. And Kendall Malloy will check out for Passaic.
And I heard the coach say switch with Smith, so Smith probably going to be the center right now. We just mentioned he's a guy who mainly on the wing, but he's a big body down there. He can knock him around with the centers.
Macarenas tipping the inbounds pass. from Mateo. And now Hector Mateo will try again along his own baseline, inbounding. They flip it to Smith. He's on the wing. Now Lambati. Mateo trying to work around. Lamhati up top, gives it to Monroe, and that pass is deflected by Lewis. Here comes Park.
Lazy pass from Monroe.
Hit to the corner. Lewis gets inside and flips it up with the right hand. Might have gotten fouled as well. And look at this start from Wayne Hills. You can't say it enough. I've said it a few times already. 14-8 Patriots on the road here with a minute 50 to go.
Their execution has been near flawless on the offensive end.
Lamhati up top. Wayne Hills daring him to shoot. Here's Monroe. You don't want to let him shoot, and that's why he knocks down a win three. His second of the game. It's 14-11 Wayne Hills. A minute 32 to go. Mansarodu gets Smith in the air. Lewis was looking for him off the cut, couldn't get it to him. Now he'll work up top against Ortiz. And now Adamo will pull it out.
Closely.
Yeah, want to make sure he doesn't get another one off. There's Adamo with a nice move to the bucket. He scores. It's 16-11 Wayne Hills. A minute 15 to go here in the first.
We know that Adamo can get very aggressive. You saw it there with that nice move, just driving to the basket.
Mateo, wide open three. Too strong. Rebound Lewis. Here comes Wayne Hills. Under a minute to go now in the first. Adamo to the bucket. To a wide open Mansarodu who finishes. Wayne Hills up 7, 18-11 with 50 seconds to go here in the first.
Excellent passing from the Patriots so far.
I agree, especially with this fast pace that they're going in. You know, when the Patriots play with this fast pace, they get turnovers, but
Mateo, tough shot. Another rebound for Carter Lewis. Wayne Hills has got to break the half-court line. And Park speeding across the timeline does just that against Monroe. Being harassed on the wing, he needs help, and he won't get it. No one coming to the ball, and Park visibly upset with his teammates. He has a right to. And it's going back to Passaic as Kendall Malloy checks back in. Tyree Smith takes a seat for the Indians. Now a stoppage in play, 28.8 to go.
And Wayne Franklin checks in for the Patriots for Phil Park, who just committed that turnover.
Yep, Franklin in, Park out. So 25 seconds to go here in the first with Mateo walking it up against Franklin. Now here's Malloy. Working on the baseline. Was looking for a cutting Mateo. It was knocked away. But Lamhati able to recover. Moore, another deep three. Lewis got a hand on that one. He blocked it.
That's the second three he's blocked this year.
10 seconds to go. Up ahead, Lewis. Tough finish. No good. It's knocked away. Franklin has it. 5 seconds to go. Chester, one more. Adamo, swing up top. This is big. Franklin for three. It's short. Wayne Hills would have loved that one to go up 10 at the end of one, but nonetheless, great offensive performance from Wayne Hills. One of their better scoring quarters all year. 18-11 Wayne Hills after a quarter.
And scoring-wise, like you just mentioned, are one of their better quarters all year, but also on the defensive end. They played solid defense, cutting off passes, getting a lot of turnovers, and I think that was one of the best all-around quarters we've seen from the Patriots all year, and what a time to do it. The game before States, this is, as we mentioned, the tune-up game for them. They're going to have to be at your best next game, and this is the building block on that.
like you said, Jack, earlier, that this team has to get motivated before they get into States, and they've definitely done that. They've had some great passing right in this game, great passing with the fast tempo. It's pretty incredible how this team is just keeping up with the Passaic team that's like really good. They're 9-5 in the Big North and 16-7 overall. It's pretty impressive. And the Patriots squad are not going to go down. They're up by 7 points, and let's see if they can continue this hot streak.
Well, another impressive note about this Passaic team, guys. Can't really say enough about them. They've kind of turned their fortunes around. Haven't been very good the last few years, but this year they made it all the way to the Passaic County semifinal. They lost to number 1 seeded Kennedy. But, I mean, it's been a great season for Passaic. And at 16-7, like Isaiah mentioned, 9-5 in the Mid-North. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with headed into their state tournament. They're in North 1 Group 4, their section. But, again, Wayne Hills against a very good team is up 7 at the end of a quarter.
Well, that tournament dominated by Kennedy from what we see so far. They should win that one if all goes as planned. And Passaic was the team that knocked Wayne Valley out of the county tournament, a 54-35 W.
Mansarodu travels, and it's going back to the Indians. So, like you said, the county tournament, number 1 seeded Patterson Kennedy has been the team to beat. They'll take on Eastside this Saturday at Wayne Valley. That should be a very exciting game.
Eastside, the 3 seed, beating the 2 seed Patterson Charter.
Here's Monroe on the far side, kick into the middle, Mateo, and he lost the ball. Franklin with the steal. Wayne looking to get it to someone. He does to Wood. Now to the corner for Adamo. Working against Malloy. He's got to throw it up top. Bad pass. It's picked off. by Lamhati. They lob it out glass.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Monroe off glass to Malloy. Oh, my Lord. He slams it down again.
That was probably the best play we've seen all year.
The 6'5 senior slamming it down, and now a turnover.
No, here it comes again.
Yeah, here comes Monroe. Now oh no, that's Malloy dishing to Monroe. My mistake. And the fortunes have kind of flipped here. The energy from Passaic to start the second. 4-0 run for the Indians to begin this second quarter. It's 18-15 Wayne Hills now. Adamo looking again for Mansarodo underneath. It was knocked away. Finished off by Mateo now with the right hand, and 6 quick points from Passaic. Kind of erasing that great first quarter from Wayne Hills. It's only a 1-point game now with 6:48. Coach Starsic calls a timeout.
A much-needed timeout from Wayne Hills. Just an epic collapse right there, allowing 6 points in a span of around 30-40 seconds. And it feels like more than that with that awesome dunk. I mean, the Patriots, I don't know how they turn the ball over that many times, and then you can't let up that many transition points, almost like the end of that Passaic Valley game we saw in the county tournament.
I mean, these big guys on this team. Like Kendall Malloy really giving some competition to our big guys, Carter Lewis and John Conturso. Really just an incredible dunk right there. Really silencing the Wayne Hills side, crushing their momentum that they had going into the start of the second quarter with a 6-point lead. Now they're only up by 1.
Yeah, Malloy for the Indians. We talked about it. Second leading scorer, just under 14 points a game, averaging over 10 rebounds. So to average a double-double in high school is certainly a feat. You know, that takes a lot of hard work and a lot of skill as well. And you see, you saw it there, catching a lob off glass and slamming it down. On the other end, Macarenas' shot doesn't go. Here comes Malloy in transition, and he lost it off his lead. It's going the other way. Malloy was maybe looking to throw another one down, but he got a little bit too ahead of himself. He turns it over. Wayne Hills is down to coming the other way.
In warm-ups, we were talking about how we haven't seen a dunk all year, and 2 really exciting ones so far, including an alley-oop.
Both coming the way of Malloy. So Kendall Malloy giving us some highlight tape here. As Macarenas working up top against Lamhati. Into the middle, kick to the corner. Lewis, high arcing 3, no good. And Lamhati with the rebound. Lewis nearly steals it. And he knew he probably should have had it. Knocked it out of bounds. Last touch on him. Indians will come the other way. 6:05 to go here in the second quarter. 18-17, Wayne Hills on top. But a 6-0 run to begin the second here for Passaic. Mateo cut off by the double team out of the zone, and Macarenas and Wood fires cross court. Monroe into the middle, trying to go off glass. Couple bounces, no good. Rebound knocked away. Monroe goes up again, and he's fouled. That time by Conturso, and Antrell Monroe will go back to the line for another pair.
Not sure how Wayne Hills didn't come up with that rebound. It went through Conturso and Wood's hands.
Monroe at the line for another pair of free throws. His first is up and good. He's a great free throw shooter. We've already seen him knock down a couple of threes that were pretty deep. So Monroe, again, third leading scorer, but a guy who can score at all 3 levels and score at all 3 levels very well. Knocks down 2 more, and he gives Passaic the lead back. 19-18 Indians with 5:42 to go here in the first half. Macarenas up top. Out of the pick and roll with Lewis. Makes a couple of nice moves against Smith. That's a tough shot with the left hand, but he gets it to go. Andre Macarenas, a tough shot in the lane. And Wayne Hills has the lead right back. 20-19 Patriots.
Maybe not the best advised shot from a coach's perspective, but he got it to go.
Mateo to a cutting Smith, and they'll say it was off the hands of Wood. So, again, Passaic to inbound along their own baseline.
I think Conturso's got his hands full down there with Malloy. He's going to have a hard time guarding him all game.
Mateo to inbound. Flip up top, Monroe. Now Lamhati with a wide open lane to the bucket. He finds Malloy, and he finds him right back underneath. That's just bad defense from Wayne Hills. Just Passaic pretty easily exploiting the defense down low there. Lamhati with the finish, and it's 21-20 Indians. Park working at the top against Monroe. Now Wood on the wing. Here's Park. We saw him get hot from three-point land in that first quarter. Let's see if he can repeat that here in the second. It will be bid for Wayne Hills. They worked it down low to Macarenas. Conturso pound dribble off glass, no good. Rebounded by Malloy.
We've seen that from him all year, just putting way too much on the layups inside, and it doesn't even hit rim.
Monroe, Smith Great passing. And Mateo,
Oh,
he
dear.
couldn't finish it off. Got no iron on that one. Not even any nylon. It's too strong. Park, wide open in transition. His three is no good. Lewis able to grab the rebound. It looked like Monroe had it, but Lewis knocked it away, and now another turnover. Malloy looks like he was going to throw another one down. He'll settle for the layup off glass, and it's 23-20 Passaic with 4:04 to go here in the first half.
And a good hustle play from Lewis. Macarenas just couldn't come down with the pass.
Wood to the middle for Macarenas. Looking for the mismatch with Tinturso down low. Macarenas will throw it up with the left hand off glass. He was bumped and fouled. He'll go to the line. 2 shots coming up for the sophomore.
And here's an excellent shooter going to the line. He's got to be around 85% on the year, I would say.
Probably, I'd say. Actually, I would say he is the best free throw shooter for Wayne Hills this year.
Macarenas missing the first. Ali Mantarodu into the game for Wayne Hills, and Christian Ortiz, who forced a couple of turnovers in that first quarter, backed in for Passaic. John Tinturso takes a seat for Wayne Hills, and on the other side is matchup down low. Tandem Malloy takes a seat for Passaic, and 2 missed free throws, a rare occurrence from Andre Macarenas. He can't convert at the line at all. Nice find inside by Monroe to Ortiz. His
That might
shot
have
no
been a
good.
foul.
Yeah, it was short, and like you said, it looks like he kind of got an arm wrapped around him, but Ortiz not able to convert either way. Here comes Wayne Hills, down 3 with 3:35 to play in the first half. 23-20 Passaic. Mantarodu just in front of the three-point line. He knocks down the jumper. Ali Mantarodu, we've seen that shot from him all season long. Hits another. It's 23-22 with 3:22 to go here in the second.
A very good mid-range shooter is Mansouroglu.
Just a step or two in front of the three-point line. And now a turnover. Wayne Hills has numbers, and Macarenas throws it away.
I don't know what he was thinking on that pass. It's not a good look at all.
Mateo's shot no good. Wood the rebound. Wood's down at the end of the cross half court. They got to go fast. Macarenas is going to get it across the timeline in time. Checked up top by Lamhati. Out of the pick and pop with Mansouroglu. Macarenas working against Smith. Couple of nice moves. He'll pull up for 3. No good. Mansouroglu battling for the rebound. Finds a cut in Wood, and he was stripped. 3-on-1 for Passaic. Moore almost couldn't handle the pass. He's able to. Flip Mateo. Deep wing 3. That's short, and Lewis had the rebound. He lost it. Ortiz has it, and he lays it up and in with the left hand. That's one that Lewis should have had.
Another drop on a rebound from Wayne Hills, leading to Passaic points.
Quickly the other way. Wayne Hills looking a little bit rushed and out of sorts here, but Lewis able to control it, at least for now. And Lewis now double teamed down to the corner. Somehow finds Mansouroglu, who kicks it to the wing. What a 3. That's good, and he ties this one up.
Well, despite how bad Wayne Hills played in those last couple minutes, it's a tie game.
Couple of near turnovers for Wayne Hills, but they get 3 points out of it. Wood hitting one from the near corner, and we're tied at 25. Smith trying to end that quickly. He can't. It's Lawn. Fight for the rebound, and last touch on Passaic. It's going in the way of Wayne Hills. So 1:51 to go, 25 apiece here from Passaic.
Both teams struggling to come down with rebounds. Just the ball's flying everywhere. There's got to be oil or something on that ball the way both teams are handling it.
Well, that might favor Wayne Hills because Passaic, I would say, has the size advantage. So if Wayne Hills can get some loose rebounds with their guards kind of leaking down and grabbing some, that'll definitely favor Wayne Hills, and it has so far. We're tied up at 25, and just as I say that, Andre Macarenas gives Wayne Hills the lead right back. 27-25 Patriots, a minute and a half to go here in the first half. The great offensive first half continuing for Wayne Hills, and they're up 2 against Passaic. Moore trying to penetrate into the middle. He does. What a move by Antrell Monroe. He gets to the bucket and finishes with the right hand, and he ties it back up at 27. Macarenas kicked out Wood. He hit one from there just a couple of moments ago. We can't hit that one. Here comes Monroe in transition. Couple of hesitation dribbles. That shot way too strong, but Mateo grabs the rebound off glass, and he puts it off glass right back up and in. And it's a 29-27 Passaic lead with 52 seconds to go here in the first half.
Nobody bothered to box out Mateo on that one.
Mantarodu, Lewis looking to shoot. He's pressed by Ortiz up top. Handoff Park. A near turnover. Chant opposite corner now, Wood. Up top to Lewis. He tries to get to the middle. His shot off glass was too strong. And rebounded by Smith, and Passaic looks like they'll get the final shot of the first half. 29-27 Indians. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. It's Mateo against Macarenas. They're probably going to hold until about 8 or 9 seconds left. Here we go. Mateo gets a good look from the corner for 3. It's short. Wayne Hills has 5 seconds. Park, he knows that. He's pushing it up the floor. Park, he's got a hoist from 3 to end the half. It's strong. But despite the miss there, Wayne Hills playing a very good first half, and it's a very good team. 29-27. Passaic in front by 2 after a half.
Great half from the Patriots. The players look gassed right now. They need this break to kind of reset, take a little break. They played amazing so far, despite a little rough stretch in that second quarter. They're only down by 2 here. The first quarter kind of carried them through that second, as they weren't on their best game there, but only a 2-point game against a very good Passaic team, and this is exactly where you want to be going into states.
Yeah, really, really good showing from Wayne Hills. Really a great first quarter, like you said, Jack. Not as great of a second, but Wayne Hills still playing really, really great. Giving Passaic a little bit of a competition here. Only down 2 points going into the second half, as now we hear the cheerleaders on the court echoing through this massive gymnasium. Really, anytime we saw Kendall Malloy hit a dunk, all the echoes were just vibrating through the entirety of the gymnasium. We could even hear Coach Karsich's calls from on the other side of the gym. Really just like a loud, huge gym. But anyways, back to Hills. Really, Andre Macarenas doing very good. Brett Wood doing really great as well. Putting down a big corner 3, and hoping that continues as Wayne Hills goes into the second half.
We are through a half here in the season finale in Passaic. 29-27 Passaic. The Indians on top by 2. We will be back for the second half action after a quick break.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hills student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And welcome back to Passaic High School. About a minute away from second half action. Aaron Hook, Jack Woodard, and Isaiah Ahumada with you here. And guys, Wayne Hills, pretty good offensive first half. Let's take a look at the leading scorers for both sides. For Wayne Hills, Phillip Park leading the way with 6. Andre Macarenas with 4. Jonathan Terso also with 4. And on the other side, Antrell Monroe doing a work for Passaic. He's got 17 first half points. Tanner Malloy, the big guy, following up with 6. And Hector Mateo has 4 for the Indians. But again, guys, I mean, 27 points in the first half, you'll take that any day. Wayne Hills has been struggling for a big portion of the season, scoring in kind of spurts, but a good, consistent first half scoring-wise, and they're only down 2 at the break.
Absolutely right where they want to be against a very good team, Passaic, a 16-7 team, a team that made the semifinals in counties, and this is exactly the kind of effort you want before states. We keep mentioning this is a tune-up game, which basically just means you need to fix every problem you have in this game, and it's a short time span to do that. You only have 1 game before states, but this is when you have to be playing your best basketball. Every team has to be playing their best basketball come this time of year.
Interesting first quarter for the Patriots, and then the second quarter they kind of got sloppy. Turnovers, forcing passes, and just miscommunication on defense. The team needs to box out and get rebounds.
Well, you mentioned Isaiah's second quarter a little sloppy. Jack, you mentioned the tune-up game. They were playing very well. They were handling the ball well in the first half. As here's Ortiz on a 3 to begin the half, no good. Monroe with the offensive rebound, but Wayne Hills got sloppy in that second quarter, and it kind of looked like they had fixed their turnover problems in that first. But again, Wayne Hills good passing so far, but in that second quarter, a lot more turnovers. So they've got to work it out here in the third as they come in down 2.
Passaic is dominating the rebound statistics. They've just gotten every offensive rebound, it feels like.
Here's Smith, and yeah, you mentioned it. A lot of size on this Indian team, and they have dominated the glass so far. Here's Mateo in the lane, no good. There's Macarenas getting up for a rebound. That's a good sign. The sophomore getting up and grabbing one, and here comes Park across the timeline.
And for the most part, the refs are letting him play out there. Not too many fouls called in that first half.
Macarenas, he was looking for Mansarodu was looking for Macarenas down low, couldn't get it to him. Pull up mid-range jumper by Monroe, no good. It's knocked away. Malloy fighting for the rebound on the far baseline with Wood. It'll be a jump ball. And it will it's going away in Hills. So possession arrow pointing the way of the Patriots. They'll inbound. Macarenas will.
Good to see Malloy helping Wood up there after a pretty aggressive play on both of their parts, just letting each other know that no harm meant.
6:43 to go here in the third. Wayne Hills is down 2. Mansarodu in the middle to Wood. Now Macarenas works up top.
Here they're going to try to run that cut play to Lewis, it looks like, with him standing up top.
Park here on the near side working against Monroe. Antrell Monroe doing a good job to press
Here it
Park.
comes, guys. Watch it develop.
Yeah, there goes Lewis, not nearly down the lane, but he catches it in the middle, flips it up, no good. Good defense there by Malloy. And Monroe will walk it across for Passaic.
A nice spin move could have gone a long way for Lewis. If we would just did a nice little move there, could have got closer to the basket.
Malloy, nice find inside to Mateo. He flips it out to Ortiz, and his shot was denied, it looked like. Might have been Mansaroto who got a hand on it, but now, it's just been the Antrell Monroe show. 17 first half points. He gets hit and fouled there, plus the bucket, and he will try to eclipse the 20-point mark here with 5:56 still to go in the third quarter. So Monroe has had a great game so far, and he knocks down another free throw. Jonathan Terso into the game here. First time in the second half. Ali Mansaroto will take a quick seat. 5:56 to go here in the third. Wayne Hill's down 5. It's 32-27 Passaic. Wayne Hill's trying to get to the cross.
They need to break this.
Yeah, they've got to work quickly, and they do. They get it to Lewis to break the press. Now Terso. Hand off Wood. His three is no good. Looks like it was too strong. Rebound Smith. Up ahead Mateo. And now Passaic going to settle down a little bit with Smith controlling up top. Smith gets a good look for three. That's no good. Rebound knocked away, and Conturso has it, but he brought the ball down. You never want to do that. That's why you don't bring the ball down. But, again, you can't really fault him that much. No one really came to get the ball, and an easy turnover there for Malloy, and he lays it up off glass.
And the Patriots are just giving the ball away too easy. They can't come down with rebounds. The Passaic just keeps ripping them away.
Wood, he'll try another three. That one's no good. Wood able to corral his own offensive rebound. He goes right into Ortiz, and it's stripped away. Christian Ortiz has been a thorn in the side of Wayne Hills all game, and now the lob nearly from half court, and Monroe finishes, and Passaic up by their biggest margin of the afternoon, 36-27. Indians up by 9.
7-0 run to start the half for them.
Wayne Hills has to answer quickly, and now a foul against the Indians. So, like you mentioned, 7-0 run to begin the half for Passaic, and Wayne Hills, they were only down 2. They played a great first half. Don't want to let it slip away now.
Looks like the Patriots are a little bit confused. It looks like they're not used to, they're just confused right now. They don't know what position they should be in. They're not doing their job very well right now, and a lot of players are getting frustrated. We need more communication.
We've seen it happen a couple times this season. The Patriots go into the halftime in a close game, and they just come out flat.
Wayne Hill still a lot of time to go here in the third. 4:25. A lot of time to turn it around. They're only down 9. Park a deep three, and he hits another one. Phillip Park, over the last couple of games, he's really, like you said, Jack, like you put it, flipped a switch from three-point range. He hits another, and he gets it back to 6. 36-30 Indians.
He seems to be the one that just knocks down shots when everyone else is struggling.
Malloy all the way to the top with the right hand is good.
That's a grown man finish right there from Malloy, and another turnover.
Now Monroe is fouled, and you can see the frustration for Wayne Hills. Just sloppy passes, a lot
Getting
of turnovers.
careless with the ball.
Yeah, and you were only down 2 at half, and again, Monroe at the line trying to put Passaic up by 10.
I don't know, guys. That seemed like that was all ball on me. I heard the smack on the ball of the leather on the ball, so I don't know.
Chester Macarenas comes in for Wayne Hills, looking for a spark any way they can. Is Coach Tarsic and Wayne Hills, so Jinterso takes a seat, Macarenas in. And here's Monroe at the line trying to get Passaic their biggest lead of the game, and he can't. Rolls off the rim and rebounded by Ali Mansaroglou. So Wayne Hills again trying to just claw back into this one. They were down by 2 at halftime, but the lead has ballooned to 9 now, 39-30 Passaic. Wayne Hills maybe trying to get into a 4 or 5 point game going into the fourth. 3:37 to go here in the third. Macarenas spinning. Wood, he'll try another corner 3, and he hits that one. And it's cut back to 6, 39-33 Passaic with 3:25 to go here in the third.
3-pointers have been keeping Wayne Hills in games recently. We saw it in the Kennedy game as well.
Mateo, that's a deep 3, no good. Smith Stein for the rebound over Macarenas, and that's just the size advantage that allows Smith to get up and grab that one. Now Monroe in the win, checked by Wood. Gets to the middle, and last touch on, I think they said last touch on Wayne Hills. Yeah, it'll be Passaic to inbound.
Well, Jack, just to rebound after what you said about the three-pointer, they're going to need that in states. This team, when they're that one behind, they're going to need to make those shots.
Ortiz kick out Monroe. Another good look from the corner. That's short. Ortiz with the offensive rebound.
Offensive rebounding has been the key in this game. Passaic wouldn't be anywhere near where they are right now if they didn't get all of these rebounds.
They worked it to Malloy. He swings it to Travis Pittman, who just checked in for Passaic, the junior, on the wing. Now they worked it back up top for Smith. Ortiz thought about a three. He'll drive to the bucket instead. Lost it, but Monroe is there to recover, and he lays it in up off glass.
Wayne Hills just can't come up with the ball. They get multiple stops every possession. You can't do that against good teams. You only have to stop them once. You can't give them free opportunities.
That pass nearly sails over the head of Wood. He's able to corral it, and he lost it, but last touch on Monroe, so Wayne Hills will inbound along their own baseline.
Like I said, Jack, this team just rebounding goes a long way. They need to rebound better.
Park to inbound. Wood again from that same corner, another three. That's way short, and Mansarotta lost it off his foot. So it'll be Passaic coming the other way up by 8 are the Indians. 41-33 Passaic with 2:14 to go here in the third.
Only 6 points in this quarter for Wayne Hills.
Wayne Hills in need of a stop here, down by 8. Again, they were only down by 2, and they had the lead and multiple points in that first half, and they do force a turnover. That's big. And a good job by Macarenas there, knowing you had no numbers to pull it out. Good move by the underclassman. Now he'll drive to the bucket, go off glass, and it rims around and in. Macarenas gets the lead back to 6 for Wayne Hills, and a timeout taken by Passaic.
By Wayne Hills. Good timeout from Coach Karchers there. Get a little bit of momentum back on their side and just stop. Collect yourself on defense because they need to somehow find a way to get these rebounds. When they smack the ball away, just find a way to come up with it. Stop tipping the ball all over the place. Just come down with it strong. Keep it in your hands strong. Can't let it get ripped away.
Yeah, and my mistake. Timeout by Wayne Hills, and you saw Coach Tarsic clapping up his guys there. He went what he sees. Team's only down 6 against a very tough team on the road, and they've hung in there. Like you said, Jack, the three-point shooting kind of keeping them in this one.
It's not as great as the first quarter, but like you said, Aaron, their shooting has helped them in this game for the longest. And if they keep shooting like this, they can definitely come back. And you need to do better, get better at rebounds, pass better, and just play the way you did in the first quarter.
So here's Smith to Ortiz. Passaic coming the other way now off the inbound, and Pittman nearly loses it, and it's going to be a backcourt violation.
They did call it.
Over and back. Pittman lost it, and he went back to retrieve it. A Wayne Hills player didn't touch it, so a minute 42 to go. Wayne Hills an opportunity to make this a two-possession game. Down by 6, 41-35.
It was Monroe telling his coach to not worry about that call and just continue to play this game. Great mindset there.
Macarenas working up top and then Smith getting to the bucket again, and that was denied. Pittman getting up for the block, and now in transition, Ortiz finds Monroe, but a foul first.
I gotta say, sometimes I think Macarenas does a little too much, guys. Maybe a little selfish with the ball sometimes when he drives into the lane. I feel like sometimes he goes in not knowing what he's going to do, and sometimes he puts up great shots and they go in. Great moves. We know he's a great ball handler, but sometimes I feel like he forces shots a little too much.
A minute 22 to go off the Macarenas miss. Pittman and Wood get into it. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow will point the way of the Indians, so Passaic will retain possession. They'll inbound along the baseline. Here comes Badero Ahumada back into the game, the senior. Pittman quickly takes a seat for Passaic. It's Monroe to inbound. Flip up top to Malloy.
Well, I just got to say, Jack, sometimes this team plays hero ball, and that's not what they should do. This team should be playing as a team, and when they do, they're very successful.
Down low, Ortiz spinning. He couldn't convert, and Monroe can't save it. It's Wayne Hills basketball. A minute and 3 seconds to go here in the third. And here we go. Wayne Hills an opportunity to make this a 1 or 2 possession game with Macarenas walking it up against Ortiz. Under a minute to go now in the third. Wayne Hills needed a big bucket here. We did them a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum going into that fourth. Ortiz nearly forcing another turnover. We've seen Christian Ortiz all over the place. Macarena's tit to his brother Chester in the corner. That's short.
Look at the hustle from Mansuroglu.
Ali flies in for the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. A push on Ortiz. And with 37.1, Wayne Hills will inbound.
Andre got a little carried away with that, with the ball. He had to find someone wide open, but he couldn't. That's why, like I said, this team needs to play as a team and go have some great passes.
Park will inbound along his own baseline. They flip it up top to Wood, right back to Park. His three is short, and Pittman with the rebound. He threw an elbow, but looks like the foul is going to be on Wayne Hills.
Park didn't really set his feet on that last shot. If he had a little more time, probably would have gone in.
31.2. Park with the miss from three-point land, like you mentioned. So Wayne Hills now without an opportunity to get a bucket. They need a big stop here. Going to the fourth quarter down by 6, you'll take that any day of the week against a team this good, so especially on the road. So Wayne Hills, a big defensive possession here, and for Passaic, a big offensive possession, trying to maybe go up by 8 or 9, trying to pull away. Moore licking his chops at the top against Park. Looks like he wants to go one-on-one. 10 seconds to go in the third. Monroe. Couple in and out moves. He works somehow, finds his way inside. He missed it. Tip up is no good. And looks like Malloy wants a foul, no call. And at the end of 3, it's 41-35. Passaic in front by 6.
A couple of opportunities for Passaic again there. Wayne Hills very fortunate that they didn't score, and they're just getting dominated on the boards, guys. Wayne Hills is just in a rebound deficit. Passaic seems to be getting every single rebound. If Wayne Hills wants a chance in this game, you have to limit Passaic to 1 opportunity per possession.
Well, this team definitely hasn't played as well as they did in the first quarter, but they're getting there. Their shooting has been great. And this guy, like you said, Jack, they get better at getting boards. That's a big thing you need in basketball. You got to get those rebounds. You can't give this Passaic team another chance to score again. And also, you need to get better at passing. And the defense has gotten better. You know, they've kind of contained Passaic, but still, get better at passing and as well as rebounding.
Well, Wayne Hills, right before Monroe went one-on-one there and found his way to the bucket, he missed. We said that Wayne Hills needed a big defensive stop, and they got it. So only down by 6 going into the fourth. This Wayne Hills team has been, they put up a fight all game long. Like we mentioned in the first quarter, had the lead at times, and while the three-point shooting may have, slowed down a little bit, I mean, they're still playing a great game. Only down 6, 41-35, as we keep mentioning Passaic going into the fourth.
Only down 6. They've survived that rough second quarter. They survived those couple of fast break points from Passaic there. And a rough third quarter as well. They were down by as many as 10. And they've bounced back, only down by 6 here. But it all comes down to how you finish. We've seen so many of these games from the Patriots where they withstand runs against very good teams. They've come so close against so many good teams, but just haven't been able to quite pull it off. They got to flip the switch right now, win this game. And even if you don't win this one, you got to beat a very good team in Rampo. Like at this point in the season, you can't come close, and it's okay. You have to win these games.
Wayne Hills going to try and do just that. Entering the fourth, down 6 here on the road at Passaic. Trying to pull a big upset here to end the regular season. Adamo finds Mansuroglu, right back to Adamo, and he finishes off glass. Good start. Sophomore to sophomore connection there. Adamo finishing, and it's cut to 4. 41-37 Passaic. 30 seconds gone by here in the final quarter. Now it's Smith. Working against Chester Macarenas. Now up top to Monroe. Monroe again at will. He seems to just get to the middle and make plays.
That was a travel. I don't know how that didn't call that.
Yeah, he hands off Mateo. Looks like Mateo took too many steps. And now he works inside and finishes with the left hand. Wayne Hills doesn't get the benefit of the doubt on the call. And they go back down by 6. 43-37 Indians. Here's Park up top against Monroe. Going between the legs a couple of times. Wayne Hills setting something up. He finds Adamo, nearly lost it. Adamo's going to go right to the bucket and get fouled. That's a great move from the underclassman. Pittman with the foul, and good job by Adamo. That bulldog mentality going right to the cup, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
A smart play from Adamo, too. He was going in against Pittman, who has serious size on him. Adamo probably knew if he went up with that, he would have got swatted. He went straight for the contact. A tough play from him, and he goes to the line for it.
Adamo's first is up and good. Cuts it to 5, 43-38 with 6:48 to go. So this is a big second one. Try and get it to 4 And Wayne Hills, again, has been battling all game long. If you can keep it at that 3 or 4 point margin, 1 or 2 possession game for the majority of the fourth, it's going to make for an exciting finish. So Adamo does hit the second, cuts it to 4. 43-39 Passaic. Smith behind the back on the baseline against Wood. Kicked up top, Mateo. And right back to Hector Mateo. Lamhotti now. He'll try a 3. He got hit. And that's a bummer for Wayne Hills. Lamhotti not able to convert, but he got hit, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. So a killer foul there from Wayne Hills.
When you convert on the offensive end, get all these good plays, you have to get stops in the defensive end. Wayne Hills hasn't been able to do that so far this game.
Lamhotti's first is good. He's got 2 more. And his second is no good. Strong off the back of the rim. Here comes Malloy back into the game for Passaic. Tyreed Smith will take the seat. So the senior getting the senior. And it's the senior Lamhotti now, knocking down his third. So he goes 2 of 3 from the line and gets it back to 6. 45-39. Passaic with 6:25 to go.
Just like to point out, Malloy was on the bench.
Parked up top against Monroe. Hand off Wood. And now it's stolen away by Monroe. Down the other way with the left hand, and he scores.
Nice play from Monroe.
Monroe having a excellent game here in this one. And he scores again in transition. It's back to 8, 47-39 Indians. Mansarodu on the win to Adamo, going right to the cup. But then he got hit, and he finishes. The sophomore making plays here in the fourth quarter and keeping the Patriots in it. Down 6, he'll go to the line, try and make it 5.
And we've really seen James Adamo progress as a player since we first saw him play in that T-Net game. Really has progressed so much throughout his sophomore year and looking to give this Wayne Hills team a really bright future.
So Adamo at the line, and he converts again. And it's cut to 5 once again. 47-42, Passaic. 5:52 to go here in the final quarter of play. Oh, nice find from Monroe. Mateo a 3. That's way too strong, and Part has the rebound.
Good closeout from Wood. Might have interfered with that shot a little bit.
Part up top. Macarenas to Wood. Oh, he tried the win 3, and that's an up and down. Coach starts it saying that maybe
Wood never dribbled in the first place. He went up with it and then dribbled. I don't see how that's a travel.
Yeah, I think he lost the ball, didn't he?
He did.
So I don't know how he could be called for a travel. Maybe just saying that to dribble. I guess they're going to say that he passed to himself, but nonetheless, Wayne Hills again not getting the benefit of the doubt on the call. They remain down by 5, 47-42 with 5:25 to go.
And I also thought it might have got touched by a Passaic player, so a controversial call there.
Lamhotti throws it out of bounds. Ortiz couldn't save it, so Wayne Hills will come the other way. 5:21 to go. And every offensive possession crucial now for Wayne Hills, down by 5. We've seen the damage that Passaic can do in transition, so Wayne Hills needs a big bucket here, trying to cut it to 3 or maybe even 2. With just over 5 minutes to go here in the final quarter.
Traveled. Macarenas, sometimes he gets too excited before he dribbles the ball, and we've seen a lot of travels from him this year.
Macarenas walked in there, so Passaic off the turnover will come the other way. Ortiz off the inbound. Now to Mateo. And now Malloy against Mansarodu right to the bucket. His shot no good. Rebound Ali. Wayne Hills has got to push here. They've got a little bit of numbers if they hurry. Adamo does hurry. He goes right to the bucket. No good. Wood, he finishes off the second effort, and it's cut to 3. 47-44 Passaic with 4:49 to go. Wayne Hills has made this a one-possession game.
And a timeout from Passaic. This one almost benefits Wayne Hills. Only down by 3 here. About 5 minutes to go. They get a little break here. They made a run, cut it back to 3 points, and you got to take over right now.
A nice, pretty good move there from Brett Wood that we saw, bringing this Wayne Hills deficit down to 3 points.
So, Wayne Hills, I mean, it just kind of battling. You know, they haven't really done anything, too out of the ordinary. I mean, they're literally just battling every possession defensively. They're coming up with stops, and you see they're off a miss. Wood just flying in and putting it back up off glass. So Wayne Hill's playing tough here on the road, only down by 3. And, with 4:49 to go, I mean, they're playing probably what can be considered maybe their best game of the year.
Add this to the list, guys. Ramapo, Paramus Catholic, Kennedy, Passaic, all teams that Wayne Hills has played well against but couldn't quite come up with a win. They come up just short every time. And as you keep mentioning, at a certain point, the switch has to flip, and you have to start winning these games because right now you're only guaranteed 2 games left, and this one's almost over. So 1 game coming up left, and that's all you get.
Wayne Hills trying to end that streak of falling just short here this afternoon. Monroe's shot is strong. Wood had
Another
the
tip
rebound.
away.
Looks like someone knocked it out of his hand. Oh, nice crossover from Mateo, and he gets it to Malloy. His shot was short.
Very, very late foul call there.
Yeah, a foul somehow, but Malloy apparently was fouled on the rebound, it looks like, so with 4.5.
They called it on the first shot. He shot it, got the rebound, went back up with it, and they called the foul from the first shot. Very late call.
So Malloy now at the line for 2. His Indians up by 3, 47-44 with 4.5 minutes to go. First free throw is too strong. Malloy has played a great game as well. We've seen some high-flying dunks out of him. The 6'5 senior has put on a show, but needs to hit this free throw here. And it's too... Oh, it looked like it was too strong.
Just died off the backboard and went right in.
So Malloy goes 1 of 2 from the line, gets it back to 4 for Passaic. 48-44. Now Adamo's fouled by Mateo on the crossover.
Passaic having a very tough time with Adamo, a very shifty player.
Lewis back into the game. Andre Macarenas will take the seat for Wayne Hills. So Wayne Hills gets the scoring of Lewis back in. The sophomore Andre takes a seat with 4:20 to go here in this one. Patriots down 4. Adamo again, kicked out to the wing. Parked on a 3, and it's good.
1-point game.
And that, again, is courtesy of James Adamo making another play. Park hits another 3. He's been on fire from behind the line today, and it's cut to 1. 48-47. With now under 4 minutes to go. Malloy off glass. That's no good. Mateo's follow too good. And now Lewis with the foul on Malloy.
Wayne Hills really just has no answer for this rebounding machine in Passaic. They can't stop Malloy, and they can't stop anyone. Really, the ball always ends away. It's always tipped up in the air, always ends up in a Passaic player's hands. And if Wayne Hills loses this game, guys, I think we can place it on the rebounding.
Well, that's why maybe, Tinterso's going to check in here maybe at the 3-minute mark as Malloy misses another free throw. Malloy missing another free throw there. John Tinterso, no sight of him yet. He's still on the bench, but Malloy, like you said, has been doing a work on the glass. And his second is no good, so he misses 2. He's been 1 of 4 from the line on the last 2 possessions, and Wayne Hills down 1 has a chance to take the lead.
And the one that went in maybe a little bit lucky.
Adamo, his shot is too strong. Smith with the rebound. 3:40 to go here in the final quarter. Here's Tyreek Smith. His Indians are up by 1, and now Adamo with the steal. Going all the way. His shot again is strong, and Park, it was off his hand, out of bounds, and Coach Starshich angrily throws the ball. I thought that was a foul, to be honest, on Ortiz, but again, no call on Passaic.
They've been letting him play for the most part.
So Wayne Hills up 1 with 3:28 to go. 2 possessions where they had a chance to take the lead. They haven't been able to convert. They need to just keep getting stops here. It's going to be tough with Monroe now back into the game, and he scores right away.
Guys, it seems like that's just been the story of the season. Wayne Hills has a chance to take the momentum away, win some games down the stretch, and they just can't do it.
Down by 3 are the Patriots, 50-47. Antrell Monroe scoring again there. To the middle. Flip up top, Adamo right back to Mansaroto, and his shot rimmed out. But
That's a foul. He pushed Lewis.
Lewis able to grab the rebound, and now Adamo scores.
That was a clear push. The arms extended. I have no idea how that didn't get called. And I got to say, felt like this whole game has been going in possession of Passaic. The fouls are all so one-sided.
I mean, I'm really not liking these calls either. They're really just unbelievable. Just some calls have been missed. Unnecessary calls have been made. I don't really know what to say about the calls these refs are making. It is very one-sided, as you did say before, Jack.
And the last couple sequences have really summed that up, guys. The Adamo layup, the one he missed, he got fouled. He got hacked. The one here on the other end where they called the foul after, I think it was Malloy, came away with his own rebound, then they called the foul on the first shot. And then here, an open push with the arms extended. Somehow a no call against Lewis. Wayne Hills lucky to score off of it. They're going to have to fight through this one as the refs really expecting Wayne Hills to play street ball right now with all these fouls.
So 50-49 Passaic. And the Indians up by 1. Wayne Hills, like you mentioned, they haven't really done a ton of calls all game long. In the first half, I would say it was more, going both ways, but here down the stretch, it seemed to have favored Passaic. So Indians only up 1 off the Adamo layup. It's 50-49 once again with 2:47 to go here in the final quarter.
And it felt like it was going both ways in the first half because there really was no fouls called at all.
Monroe down on the baseline, and he's hit by Lewis.
I really just don't see that one. Just some really questionable officiating in this game.
That's going to be the 17th foul the 18th foul on Wayne Hills. They're in the bonus, so Monroe, who's an excellent free throw shooter, will go to the line for a 1-and-1. And his first is no good.
And as they say, the ball doesn't lie. If you miss a free throw, it's not a foul.
Wayne Hills catching another break. Adamo inside to Mansarodu. Kicked out Lewis. He thought about a 3. Now he'll kick out to Ali. Back to Carter. 2:20 to go now in the fourth. Wayne Hills a chance to take the lead on this possession. This would be huge. Catching a break was Wayne Hills off the Monroe miss. An excellent free throw shooter. They got lucky. Now rolling to the basket. Mansarodu, too many steps. He walked. With 2:10 to go. And honestly, Jack, I know what you're probably going to say.
That could have gone both ways. I didn't see that
I don't think he had the ball in his hands. We hate to be like this, but again,
it's so clear.
We just don't think Wayne Hills is really getting any calls. But again, they're battling only down by 1. And they've stopped Passaic on the last few possessions. So the Indians up by 1, 50-49. Here's Smith. Nearly loses it inside Malloy. He's fouled. And
where's the foul?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any fouls. Look at the difference between the teams. Already 9 for Passaic.
50-49. Again, Passaic up by 1. Now it's Malloy at the line for a 1-and-1.
He struggled all game.
Yeah, we've seen he's not a great free throw shooter. He's going to need this one, and he knocks it down.
I think they called it a shooting foul. I don't even think it was a 1-and-1. And
yeah, my mistake. It was a shooting foul. So 2 shots for Malloy. He hits the first to get it to 2. Even if he made this one, it's still a 1-possession game. Wayne Hills with a minute 53 has a chance to tie. And his second is no good. So Wayne Hills, here we go.
And a free trip to the line, only got 1 out of 2.
Big opportunity. A minute 45 to go. They throw it apart. A near turnover. Dangerous pass. Phil kicked up top. Lewis a 3. It's short. And Smith has the rebound. And this is the danger zone. Only up by 2. If Passaic scores here, it's going to be tough to come back. Mateo going inside. He's denied.
No foul call?
Yeah, that looked like a foul on Lewis as well, but a no call again. This time, no call on Wayne Hills. Adamo a 3. Oh, he almost had it. It literally rimmed in and out, spun in and out, and now a foul in transition. Oh, no, rather a timeout before the foul, it looks like, for Wayne Hills. So Adamo's 3, literally rimming in and out. Looked like it was going to fall, and the spin on the ball carried it out. So Adamo not able to hit. He's been the guy all quarter for Wayne Hills. Couldn't convert there, but Wayne Hills still only down by 2, 51-49 Passaic.
Well, that ball was halfway in. Wayne Hills played an amazing game, done pretty much everything you have to do to win a game, and it's almost just been luck at this point. They've been unlucky with that shot from Adamo. The officiating obviously hasn't gone their way. Just a tough battle all around. Let's hope they can come out with a win in this one.
The refs might have been against us, but it appears the rims are too. Just the shot almost looked like it was definitely going in, but just bounces out, unfortunately.
And Passaic can hold this ball for as long as they want, and Wayne Hills might have to consider fouling.
Monroe slipping away, and he throws it away.
Right to Mansarodu.
Mansarodu with the steal. Wayne Hills only down 2, a minute and 5 seconds to go. Mansarodu's reverse is no good. That was a tough shot. It was a good shot, but a tough shot by Ali. It fell short. Here's Passaic down the other end. Monroe is wide open.
Stopped by Lewis.
Lewis blocked it off the glass. Unbelievable.
Slow it down. Wayne Hills needs to slow this down.
Adamo to Mansarodu. He thought about a 3, and he's hacked by Ortiz.
And they are in the bonus now, I think.
The 6th foul. I believe that's the bonus, yeah. Mansarodu should go to the...
No, they need one more.
Yeah, though did it on the floor. One more and Wayne Hills would be in the bonus. So 6 fouls on Passaic. One more and Wayne Hills would go to the line for a 1-and-1. 40 seconds to go. Wayne Hills down 2. Wood for the lead. Yes! Brett Wood, a huge shot. Wayne Hills is in front.
Look
and now
at Adamo.
a near turnover from Adamo. Timeout Passaic. What a shot from Brett Wood. He gives Wayne Hills the lead with 29 seconds to go.
Big players make big-time plays in big games. This is a big game. You better believe Brett Wood comes away with that shot. He's been Mr. Wayne Hills basketball all season. He hasn't done as much as we expected him to do, but he's come up clutch when it matters, guys. The Passaic Valley game, the first one, he won that game. Last year was an amazing player for Wayne Hills, a 2-year starter for this Patriots team. The team captain, Brett Wood, Mr. Patriot.
I mean, just an incredible shot from Brett Wood. Just always coming up at clutch moments. An incredible block from a super crucial block from Carter Lewis before, as we saw deny Malloy from those points there. Wayne Hills now on top, 52-51. This is huge here. We didn't expect to come out of this game with a win, but Wayne Hills from the very start was giving Passaic a great competition. And now, like shadows of the JV County Championship game, Wayne Hills coming back in it, hitting these huge threes, making these huge shots, getting everybody on the Wayne Hills side on their feet.
And I just caught some of what Coach Slappy said for Passaic. They want this ball to go to Malloy. If you have a lane drive, is what he said. They want to get to the basket, preferably to Malloy, and I would assume Monroe's your second option. Those two guys have been really hard to stop for Wayne Hills. This is going to come down to getting a stop. This is it.
Monroe has had a great day all afternoon. He gets to the bucket here. He throws it up, no good. And Adamo has it for Wayne Hills. Oh my God, a near turnover. They've got it down to the cross court, and they do. Park
Good play
has
from
it.
Park. Great play from Phil Park. He could have passed that to Mansuroglu. It would have been a 2-on-1, maybe a bit of a difficult play, but now Phil Park will go to the line. A very good shooter. This is exactly what you want for Wayne Hills.
13.4 to go. The building just got extremely loud. Passaic, to be honest, almost forcing a violation in the backcourt. Wayne Hills able to get on the cross to Park, and he's fouled. So huge free throws here from the junior with 13.4. Patriots in front by 1. And now they bring pretty much everyone off the line. Lewis, Adamo, and Wood going to hang back on defense in case Park misses the first.
And it is only a 1-and-1. Phil Park needs to hit the first one. That's the most important one. If you hit the first one, you just can't allow a three-pointer.
Here we go. Park needing this one, like you said, to make it a 2-point game. It rolls out.
Look at Adamo.
Adamo has the offensive rebound. Time is winding down. And they get a foul on Park. Wayne Hills thought he wasn't fouled, and they thought he got it to Wood, which would have ran more time off the clock.
Well, the clock kept running. Let's not mention that to the scorer's table. So there's only 7.6 seconds left. In college, they would obviously fix that, add maybe 1.5 seconds left, but it's going to stay like that.
So Park looking for some redemption. He missed it there. Got lucky that Adamo somehow got that offensive rebound. No room for error here. 7.6 seconds to go.
Well, maybe the basketball gods favoring Wayne Hills, giving them a second chance here.
Park, good. He hits the first. This one is the big one to make it a 3-point game and force Passaic to shoot a 3.
And guys, this one seems so ironic as we get a timeout from Passaic. It's been Passaic who has gotten the second chance opportunities all game. With the rebounds, they seem to be getting a second chance every possession. Now Wayne Hills, the missed free throw, they got a second chance. Phil Park again. So here we go.
Yeah, a huge moment from James Adamo we saw right there before. After the first missed free throw, the apex of his leap, able to slap the ball away from, I believe, Tyreek Smith. Such a huge play there, able to keep the ball in possession of Wayne Hills, and a foul drawn against Philip Park. Now he goes to the line. He's going to the line to take another shot and can force Passaic to shoot a 3.
So it'll be Park at the line on the back end of a 1-and-1. He hit the first. Park, if he can hit this one, it'll be a 3-point game with 7.6 seconds to go.
I caught what Coach Slappy said right there. They're only game planning for a make. A miss, you just got to run what you can. He said on the make, they want Monroe bringing it up court, of course, and they're going to get a screen from Tyreek Smith. He's going to follow him all the way, and they're going to either let Monroe take the shot, or they're going to try to find Mateo, who will be on the wing for a 3.
Well, this is huge. It will put a lot of pressure off Wayne Hills. If you dip up a 3, it's tied. The free throw rolls in from Park. And a timeout by Coach Tarsic. So, again, Coach Slappy in the huddle drawing up a play for a mate. Now he's going to reiterate it to his guys, and Coach Tarsic calls a timeout there. Good job. He's got a chance to tell his guys what defense to set up in. And obviously, you want to prevent the three, but even if you do end up a three, it's only a tie game. So the only thing you really can't do here is foul on a three-pointer. And, I mean, if they make that, it would be a disaster. Not likely, but, again, really just don't foul. You can just play good defense, hope for a miss on a three. Obviously, Passaic's going to go for a triple, but this is it right here. The Indians need a three to tie. And if they don't hit, Wayne Hills is going to come out with a huge upset win to end the regular season.
This would be huge, guys. As we mentioned, it is a tune-up game. This would be the biggest upset of the biggest win of Wayne Hills' entire season. And I would assume Passaic is going to look for that play again with Smith setting a screen, the big man, and they're going to try to let either Monroe or Mateo shoot it, it seems like. And Coach Slappy is talking to Mateo out of the huddle. I think they want him to be the guy that shoots this. Monroe is going to take the distractions away from Mateo because he's been the one that's just carried them throughout this whole game. Wayne Hills might try to double him, but then watch out for Mateo. Here we go.
It'll be Smith to inbound along the far baseline. Tyree Smith to Monroe. Here we go. 5 seconds. Spins away. Goes right to the cup. Wayne Hills is going to let him shoot. And
there's about 1.5 seconds left. I'm not really sure about that play. There's not enough time for them to do this.
Well, Monroe stored off glass. Like you said, there was about a second left, and they were calling for timeout. Clock hit 0, but they are going to reset it, looks like. And they put 1 second exactly back on the clock. Timeout Passaic.
And that's a smart play from Monroe. If there was 5 more seconds on the clock, there's not enough time to run that kind of play. If there's around 10 seconds, maybe even 7 at the least, that's the kind of play you want to run. Catch them off guard by hitting a quick 2, then you can foul or force a turnover. There's not enough time. If they foul, this game is pretty much over.
Well, Wayne Hills, even if they don't hit a free throw, let's say they miss, you're going to have to throw up a shot from full court. I mean,
Passaic needs to hope for the steal of the inbound. Yeah, I just really don't think that was a smart play at all from Monroe.
Wayne Hills, like you said, all they really have to do is get it inbounds here, hold on to the ball, maybe a second leave and run off the clock. If you can get someone to slip away from a defender, just hold on to the ball, and that's the game. So Passaic, we'll see what they do here. A second left. They're down 1. Wayne Hills in front by 1.
And there's always the debate. When do you miss free throws? When do you hit them? If you're Wayne Hills with 1 second left, you want to hit both of these no matter what.
Yeah, if you're up 3 with, let's say, 0.2 of a second left, that'll pretty much do it.
Different story. You hit 1, but that's a whole nother story.
Park to inbound. Here we go. Really, the only thing you can't do here if you're Wayne Hills is turn it over. He throws it to Mansarodu, and time will run out. That's it. And Wayne Hills, they're going to say so.
And the Passaic players are chirping Wayne Hills. They're not happy with that upset. Wayne Hills just won the game.
Mansarodu, like you said, exchanging words.
Can't chirp when you can't back it up, boys.
With Monroe and Wayne Hills to end the regular season. It's a huge upset win in Passaic. They travel here to Passaic, walk in here, and come out with a slim 1-point victory, but an exciting one. A one that they played extremely well, and credit to Passaic, a great team. They gave Wayne Hills their all, but Wayne Hills, they really look like the better team here today. Record-wise, that won't show, but Wayne Hills improving to 11-13, 8-9 in the Mid-North to end the regular season, and probably the best game they played all year long.
Guys, Wayne Hills fought back multiple times in this game. The resilience from this team was amazing. Down by as many as 10 points, they fought back, took control in the fourth quarter. I'm excited for States now. This Wayne Hills team is peaking at the right time. It seems like they just can't go cold again. As we've seen them be a streaky team all season, this has to be the team that comes to play every single game. And from what I've heard from the players in school, it seems like this is the team we're going to get every game. We're ready for States.
I mean, it may not be as incredible as the 20-point comeback from the JV County Championships of Hills versus Valley, but still an incredible 10-point comeback, nevertheless, with a huge, colossal upset from Wayne Hills. And with this crazy, incredible momentum going into States, this looks great for Wayne Hills. Really showing up right now. And I feel like this team is going to give Ramapo a run for their money.
Well, that will do it here from Passaic. Wayne Hills walking out of here 54-53. They pull an upset win here to end the regular season. It's been a fun regular season. It's been one to remember here for Wayne Hills basketball. They end the regular season 11-13, 8-9. Passaic falling to 16-8 and 9-6 in conference play. One more time, Aaron Hook, Jack Woodard, Isaiah Ahumada, Luca Yannuzzi, Billy Busacca behind the camera. We will see you on Monday, March 2nd for the beginning round of North 1 Group 3 sectional tournament at Ramapo.